Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. What's that for today's video? It's Saturday, and Saturdays I do Cellar Saturday where I drink something from my cellar. Now that I'm having a hard time finding stuff that I have that has adjuncts, that was kind of my priority for this year. Now I'm just trying to do older stuff that I have. This one's 8 years old. It's Firestone Walker's Stickee Monkee. If you're not good at math, it's from 2016 since it's 8 years old. Vintage number 3, barrel-aged Central Coast Quad. Being in New York, it was at this time really exciting if you went to a beer store and you saw these big boxes. They stood out. No one else was putting, at least again, like at that time in New York, you weren't seeing really beers in boxes, so it was so obviously one of these kind of beers from them, and hard to get for sure, and again very rare, at least where I lived in New York. Then a little bit easier to get their stuff, but that's when they switched to the 12-ounce format, which is amazing. I'm all about smaller formats for these higher ABV beers, but then they did that funny math where per ounce, the dollar went up quite a bit on those 12 ounces. Let's see, anything on the back worth reading. They did a blend anniversary 10. After the release of 10, we released limited amounts of the component beers on draft only. Many of these beers gained a cult following that craft beer fans raved about and begged for us to put in bottles. Stickee Monkee was one of these beers. We present the 2016 vintage of Stickee Monkee, a barrel-aged quad. It has been said that the only constant is change, and the same is true for barrel-aged beers. Yeah. Cut from a similar recipe, this barrel-aged quad evolves and shows a different face each year, a result of time spent aging in the barrel. Turbinado brown sugar. Oh, cool. I forgot about that. From Mexico, adds wonderful molasses flavors that are reminiscent of Belgian candy sugar. It has a full body and lush texture with barrel expressions all over, toasted oak, coconut leather, and rich cigar tobacco. Aging for years to come. Ooh. It says ideally serve this at 45 degrees. Ooh, this is at 55 degrees. Huh. Did someone send this to me? Maybe I did this? Oh, maybe when I moved to Albany, I was nervous? Huh. That's weird. I knew there was tape on the bottom of the box. Huh. This is so old, I totally forgot about it. Oh. Official Firestone Walker glass, courtesy of Billy. I was going to get a regular quad glass because I have, not to brag, several. But I'm definitely, it's a super hot day again here. Definitely, I like the smaller glasses just to kind of force me to drink slowly. And this will be one of those ones that I drink over the course of 2 days. What's the ABV on this? 11.6% ABV. It's got other information, but it's technical stuff I don't really care about. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, it definitely looks like a quad. It's got that brown, deep brown, dark brown color, a little bit of crimson red where it's a little more see-through-y, like a dark cola, a dark root beer. Had one away somewhat quickly. It's still there, but there was more when I poured it. Definitely that khaki color, pretty compact bubbles. It really just looks like a quad. It looks exactly how the style should. Let's get to the aroma. Smells awesome. It smells so good. It smells so good. What was it? The shorts video I did recently. The shorts Obliviate, which is a Belgian-style quad as well. And I was talking I think that was the video I mentioned this in. What got me into aging beer was Belgian quad, and it was just so good. It had been aged for a long time, and it was delicious. And I've just kind of been chasing that dragon. I think people who are against aging beer, I get it. It doesn't always yield better results, but there are styles like Belgian quads that I think do amazing with age. And this one, it just smells so good. It's got all the dried fruits I want. It's got the plum that I want. Some of that oak definitely comes through. Some of the spirit comes through. Definitely some nice soft vanilla. yeah, huge raisins, huge dates. Definitely molasses. I know they said that, but and so like it's implanted in my mind. No, it's definitely there. Almost like a brown sugar thing. Yeah, definitely like its own brown sugar note. That brown bread thing you get from this style. This could be a really good like live stream beer because like it's just going to keep like subtly changing or pick up on subtly different things. Smells awesome. Let's get into glass. Cheers. That is amazing. And I will say this. I don't know if I've ever, or it certainly isn't often I weigh in on this. This should be colder. I'm definitely going to put this in the regular refrigerator once the review's over and drink this just right out of the fridge and let it warm up. And again, it's super hot, so that's definitely going to happen. It's definitely a little warmer than I want it to be, and that's on me. Anyway, flavor-wise, holy crap, this is amazing. All the dried fruits. It's got a little bit of that plum thing I like in quads. Probably more prune than plum, but definitely plum. The barrel aging, very nice. It's like there, but it's not like overly oaky or anything. It's definitely not too much. This aftertaste is really nice. It's very raisin, almost like you had like a raisin, almost like actually like an oatmeal raisin, like molasses kind of a cookie. Take some of that sugar out though, but like those flavors are still there, and it's like a really long finish. It's been a bit since I've had a sip. It's still very much there. A little bit of oak also staying on the palate in a very pleasant, nice way. Again, not overly done at all. Hides ABV being double digits. I don't taste the alcohol. I mean, like you can tell it's a bigger beer, but like you don't taste alcohol on its own. It's so interwoven with the beer. It's just super pleasant. That brown bread. I mean, it follows the nose quite a bit. I'm in my mind. I'm like, you're sounding redundant. You're just kind of repeating the nose, but like, it's a lot of that. Two differences or two things I didn't get in the nose that might be there that I'm definitely getting in the taste. Nice cherry without nowhere near infected cherry. Just a nice little bit of a cherry thing. Probably don't have to be so paranoid about like specifying that. If I don't say it tastes infected, then it's not. I'm not articulating that obviously, but I don't know. Get in my own head sometimes doing these. And the other thing is a whisper of chocolate. I didn't get that in the aroma, but it's definitely there in the taste, and it's super pleasant. God, this is a good beer. And it's interesting, if I was doing this blind, I for sure would say, oh, nice, they actually use that Belgian dark candy, that turbinado sugar really does, it's not exactly 1-to-1, but again, like if I was doing this blind, I'd be like, yeah, it's a Belgian style ale. Oh, and they took the time to do that. So like, it's really close. It's a close swap for sure. 85% of the way there. Like it's like really easy to kind of trick you. Man, this is freaking killer, guys. This is awesome. A little bit more of this plum wine specific character is coming forward, but still pruny. Man, a little bit of fig in that sip. That brown bread is heavy for sure, and that chocolate is getting more intense. Like it's not really compounding. I think it's just because I've globbed onto it. There's a slight herbaceous note too, which is actually like super pleasant. Closest thing would be mint. But it's not like you brushed your teeth and are drinking this. It's not that experience, but like there's a subtle herbaceous, almost mint. Like if I had to say, like if someone's like, what do you mean herbaceous? Like what herb specifically? I would say mint is the closest. It's not quite that, but it's also close enough to that I don't want to say generically herbaceous. But yeah, I'll do one more sip just because this is so good. I don't want to, and there's so many possible descriptors for this. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. Any Firestone unturned. Speaking of like the Belgian candy, there is a like hard candy. Oh, got it. Easy. I thought it was gonna stump me and I was gonna like get mad that I couldn't think of it. those root beer barrels, those hard candy root beer barrels. But like if you, here's what I've definitely never said before. There are places that will make like very authentic old school root beer with, you know, cleaner ingredients and all that, you know, than like mass produced root beer. They might, like a brewery might make it and even use some hops or something. I'm thinking like Ithaca Brewing Company, for example. So it's almost like if someone was like inspired by that and said, I want to make those hard candies, but I want it to be more of like that real root beer kind of a thing. It's that kind of thing. What is oddly specific. I've never said that before. I bet no one else on planet Earth has ever said that before as a descriptor. But yeah, it's got that like root beer kind of a thing, but like those candy root beers. But anyway, yeah, this is awesome, which I think I've said a lot. Have you guys had some before? Have you had any of the barrel-aged program stuff from Firestone Walker recently you want to talk about? Do I look ridiculous drinking out of such a tiny glass out of such a big bottle? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get those conversations going. Billy, again, thanks for the glass, man. Once you guys are done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews in both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.